Welcome to the Supporting Parents and Caregivers of Students with High Needs during the COVID-19 Pandemic Resource Guide and Webinar Series. My name is Alicia Tracus. I am an education consultant in the Bureau of Special Education at the Connecticut State Department of Education. I am happy to be presenting today with my colleague, Chris Barclay from EastCon. This resource was developed through a collaborative partnership between the Connecticut State Department of Education, the RESC Alliance, the Connecticut Parent Advocacy Center, and the Connecticut Association of Private Special Education Facilities, overseen by the representatives shown on your screen, and was designed specifically for parents and caregivers of students with high needs to support your efforts to engage your child or young adult in continued educational opportunities during the COVID-19 pandemic. We recognize that some students have significant challenges accessing distance learning through more conventional methods. There are students who are unable to sit in front of a computer screen to access learning, and some students require a hands-on, life skill embedded method of instruction. This resource guide was designed with that population of students in mind. The information and resources included in this resource guide are meant to be a supplemental resource for families, in addition to the work you are coordinating with your student's school program, and are organized into 10 different topical categories: getting started, communication skills, literacy, math, science, social studies, and current events, physical activity and mobility, life skills and self-help skills, art, sensory activities and supports, and play and leisure. The one-pager provides a one-page view of the complete resource guide, which includes the purpose of the resource, a brief overview of the information, tools, and resources located in each section of the resource, as well as a link to each section of the resource. Getting started is an introduction to the resource guide. This section is a great place for parents and caregivers to start as you navigate supporting your child or young adult. Supporting continued educational opportunities for students during the COVID-19 pandemic is a challenge for any parent or caregiver. However, it is of particular challenge for students who have high needs. Communication with school-based teams, the creation of schedules and routines, and setting of expectations are of utmost importance. Getting started is made up of 3 main sections: some functional tips, self-care for the parent or caregiver, and setting up the environment for continued educational opportunities at home. Each of these main sections contains tips and suggestions on how to put the information presented into practice, as well as some additional resources that may be helpful. Now, my colleague Chris will introduce himself to you and provide you with an overview of today's session.
Hi, I'm originally from Atlanta, so a warning in advance that my southern accent might come out. And I now live in Glastonbury with my wife and 17-month-old son. I work at EastCon, a regional education service center, as an educational and behavioral consultant. I earned my specialist degree in curriculum and instruction, and later my PhD in school psychology, both at the University of South Florida. I'm a licensed psychologist and board-certified behavior analyst, but what is most important is that I love helping teachers and parents of students with high needs, and I most often serve students with ADHD, autism, and emotional and behavioral disorders. The goal of our session today is to provide you with an overview of the math section in the resource guide, which can be easily accessed by using the web address on your screen. The math section of the resource guide includes information and resources in 3 areas: math supports, which speaks to the importance of working with your child's school-based team to support you during these difficult times; putting math supports into practice, which includes tips and suggestions on how to promote student confidence and prevent fatigue and frustration; and additional resources, which contains links to additional information and resources that may be helpful to families engaging their child or young adult in meaningful math activities at home. I collaborated with my colleague Rose Jaffrey from EastCon on the math section of the resource guide. Although she is not able to participate in the webinar recording, we sincerely thank her for her contributions, time, and expertise. So math supports. It is important to collaborate with your child's school-based team as you engage in math activities and practice at home. Math can be a very difficult subject for parents and children alike. So keeping in touch with a team will help your child or young adult work on the most critical skills without burning out. Putting math supports into practice. Math is very unique. Math skills build upon one another and can become repetitive easily. So it is important to think about selecting the appropriate skills to practice, as well as pacing yourself. One thing I wanted to highlight is that several of these links included in this section provide access to tips and suggestions for ways you can do math every day with materials at home. We wanted to share some tools that can help your child or young adult stay engaged in math activities without relying on screens, so you can balance on and off screen time. Confidence helpers, listed here, represent some of our favorite practices to use for students when they are working on subjects that can cause frustration. Whenever you see your child starting to get frustrated with math, lean upon these strategies. Write them down somewhere you can easily reference when your child gets upset. They include simple steps like giving a choice, breaking the task into separate parts, and telling them to start with the easiest problem. It is easy to forget these strategies when your child's frustration causes you to get upset, but parents and caregivers who combine a deep breath with one of these steps can help build their child's confidence and avoid power struggles. Additional resources here. Our team of EastCon instructors and interventionists compiled this amazing list of websites, and we are confident you will find a few on here that your child will get excited about. Once you have 2 or 3 of your child's favorites, you are set up for success. Math can be very frustrating and exhausting at times, but if you are able to provide your child choices like which website to practice on, you are much more likely to get them practicing a little bit every day. And that is crucial to helping them keep the math skills that they have worked so hard to gain.
Thank you, Chris, for partnering with me today to showcase the math section of the Supporting Parents and Caregivers of Students with High Needs during the COVID-19 Pandemic Resource Guide. It has been an honor to be part of this collaborative project between the Connecticut State Department of Education, the RESC Alliance, and the Connecticut Parent Advocacy Center, and the Connecticut Association of Private Special Education Facilities in their efforts to provide guidance, resources, and supports for families and educators as we navigate a situation that we have never experienced before in our lifetime. We sincerely thank the members within our organizations shown on the screen for their contributions to this resource. As the remaining sections of this resource guide become finalized, you will be hearing from other members within our organizations who contributed to the content of those sections to provide you with a brief explanation of the information and resources contained in each section as you support your child or young adult with high needs. Thank you for your time and attention. We wish you and your family health and happiness during this trying time. Be safe, and remember, We will get through this challenging time together.